Painting Nurse Stories, my first code. Disclaimer, this video contains discussions and storytelling related to death, which some viewers may find sensitive or emotionally challenging. Viewer discretion is advised. If the beginning of the shift was representative of what was to come, I should have known that I was going to be going into an unusual shift. It started with me accidentally squirting medication from a glass vial into my eyes and having to throw away my contacts and rinse my eyes for 15 minutes while remaining in close contact with the pharmacy and filing the correct paperwork for my error. I didn't have a backup pair of eyeglasses, but figured I could make it work. As long as I was within about a foot of something, I could read it just fine. I received a new admission from the emergency department, a patient in their 90s who had come in on hospice from a facility after falling. The doctors wanted to admit the patient overnight for observation and discharge in the morning. The patient was less than thrilled to be in the hospital. They were confused, but adamantly refusing any assessment or intervention, just stating, "Just let me die. I want to die. Leave me alone." The problem was the patient had been admitted as a full code, and as their vitals continued to decline, I called the doctor to request the code status be changed, knowing that they were on hospice and their vital signs were signaling that they needed intervention. The doctor responded, "Day shift can change the code status in the morning. If the patient is not oriented, we can't confirm their code status." I even added, "I don't think they're going to make it to the morning," and began to try to obtain a copy of the DNR paperwork from the facility or the hospice agency. Before that paperwork came through, I walked into the patient's room to reconnect him to the heart monitor and with one glance could see that there were no signs of life. I immediately called the code blue and began CPR, initiating the compressions and feeling ribs breaking with every press down. A senior nurse began calling numbers to reach family to ask if we could stop CPR. Every time we paused to check for a pulse and analyze a heart rhythm, a heart rate in the 30s would be detected. Not sustainable with life, so we would resume CPR. The patient developed flail chest from significant rib fractures, and a noise began sounding with every puff of air given through the ambu bag, indicating resistance. Their abdomen swelled to 4 times its prior size before eventually vomit backed up into the mask, and their eyes bulged with every additional breath of air given. I had never been so grateful to not be able to see well, and I tried not to look at the patient's face anymore, instead taking in the cringing expressions of my coworkers who each voiced, "Why was this patient a full code?" Finally, a family member was reached on the phone and we thought that we would be able to stop, but instead we were told the heartbreaking reality that the only next of kin listed was an adult child with special needs who also lived in a facility and was not allowed to make decisions. After 40 minutes, the doctor stopped the code and time of death was called. There were no job well dones to be exchanged, and the only feedback I was provided was to walk slower the next time a 90-something-year-old coded. Thank you for listening. Please like and follow for more, and tell me, have you ever performed CPR?